Hello and welcome to the first Roaming with the Shepherds vlog of 2026. Yes, we are in March and it is the first vlog. So I think it's time that you join me for a beer and let's have a little catch up, shall we? So, shall we start with where I am right now? Where am I filming from? I am in a hotel in Basingstoke. It's called Audley's Wood. It's my favourite hotel to deliver training in. For those of you that don't know, I have a training and coaching business, Inspired Learning. Got the merch on today. And this is one of my favourite hotels. It's taken me a long time to get here. I think I left at 1:30 and it's about 6:30 now and I'm just settled in. It should take about 3.5 hours, but you know what traffic's like these days. And I did have about probably a 20-minute stop, something like that. Anyway, I've been upgraded, which is amazing. Always a nice thing, isn't it, when you get to the reception desk and they're like, oh, you've been upgraded. I was like, oh, I should arrive sooner to make the most of it. So it's a really nice plush hotel. You can see my bed behind me. Got a lovely bathroom, and my room doesn't just have a number, it's got a name. You always know when it's going to be a nice room when it's got a name, don't you? And it's called Cassandra, which for those of you that are old enough to remember like me, will think of Only Fools and Horses and Rodney when you hear Cassandra. I have to say it like that. My normal accent, I should say Cassandra, but I have to say Cassandra. So anyway, that's where I am. We are in March. It's 2026 and this is the first vlog that I've done this year. It's crazy. I mean, 2026 is flying by already. As I film this, it's the 11th of March. Not sure where I'm going to get it updated and uploaded, but I definitely want to do it this month at some point. But I thought, as I'm in a hotel room, it's nice and quiet, and because we've just gone through a massive bout of busyness in our lives, which I will fill you in on, I thought now might be a good time to just, pop the camera on and give you a little bit of an update, because I might have been missing in action from YouTube and from posting any vlogs on Roaming with the Shepherds, but that doesn't mean that I've not been busy. Yes, it's flown by, but I have packed in a lot in the 2.5 months that we are into this year. So I am going to do mainly a piece to camera for this vlog, talk to you, have a beer, and maybe pepper in a few videos throughout, because I have been taking a few little snippets of videos of what we have been up to. So just so that you get a little bit of a mixture and it's not just my face talking to you for the whole vlog, I'll give you a bit of a mixture and put in a couple of things that we have been getting up to. But everything is very exciting. The fact that we haven't posted a vlog in a while is going to be worth it, because we are going to have lots more content to vlog about going forward. We haven't done much roaming, and I'm aware that this podcast, I've got podcast on the brain, I'll tell you about that in a second. I'm aware that this YouTube channel is called Roaming with the Shepherds, but because of certain things that we've been up to, we've not had much chance to do much roaming just yet. And I say yet. So, where do I start? I'm going to leave the most exciting news to the end. I'm going to keep you in suspense. I'm going to tell you a few things that I've been up to that have been keeping me busy and away from you guys on YouTube. So here goes. I hope you are joining me, by the way, in a little drink. So probably the last time where we left off in the vlogs was probably just before we went away in the middle of December. Actually, I didn't even really post a vlog for Christmas or anything. But we went away for a week in Scotland, lovely cottage. I did do some video footage and everything, but I just never got round to upload it. It's a bit late now, isn't it, to be posting Christmassy stuff. But anyway, we went away for a week. I think it was like 12th of December for the week, so a couple of weeks before Christmas. Had a lovely break. And then I think I just settled into the and relax, like, for the end of 2025. And so throughout Christmas, we just had the most relaxing couple of weeks that I think we needed at home. And like I said, really nice Christmas, lovely break. I'm quite lucky in what I do business-wise, because I really do get a nice break over Christmas, because not many businesses want training, corporate training, management training, the type of thing that I do on the run up to Christmas. So had a little few bits of work because I've got my regular one-to-one coaching clients, so had some of those booked in, did a couple of other things work-wise, met and had lunch with a couple of clients as well for the end of the year, and then just chilled out for Christmas. So that was back end of 2025. Then coming into 2026, I, true to what I also talk about, which is vision board, goal setting, I did a vision board workshop in my local town in Nantwich, set myself some goals and created my own vision board. For those of you that know me, I work to something called the 12-week year, so looked at what I was going to achieve in the first 12 weeks and basically threw myself into that. And unfortunately, those 12 weeks didn't include uploading to this vlog weekly. I've just not had the opportunity to do it. And sometimes when you've got a goal and you know you've got to put the focus in and just go all in, you've got to say no to things that are not serving you right there and then. And so, yes, I've had to prioritise, but it's paid off. Some of the other things I've been doing is just getting back into the swing of things with work after having probably about 2 to 3 weeks off over Christmas. Been really busy with some training and doing a mixture of virtual and travelling up and down the country. And then another really exciting thing that I've done is collaborated with somebody called Jodie Salt, who I've known for a long time, and we are so alike in terms of how we think, and we've both got background in training and specifically leadership training, and so we have launched a podcast. So I've been really busy with that, on the run up to it, meeting Jodie and recording some episodes, which we've done quite a lot of already, and so I'm going to leave the link in the comments if it is something that you want to listen to. It's called Lipstick, Laughs and Leadership, so it is aimed more towards women in leadership, but there are tools and tips that we talk about on there that will suit anybody. We've just literally done a bonus episode for International Women's Day, so we recorded that virtually, but the others we've met in person, and it's basically me and Jodie sat on a sofa talking about different topics that come under the banner of leadership, really. And we've kind of started with the confidence side, imposter syndrome, why am I not being promoted type topics, and it's going really well. So really been enjoying that. So our channel is on YouTube, our podcast channel. So I've kind of been on YouTube, but on a completely different channel, which I'll post the link in the description. And then we are also on Spotify, Amazon Music, and Apple. So like I said, that's going really well. So we're launching lots of episodes. We're meeting again soon in a couple of weeks to record some more. And yeah, just the promotion of that on social media and things like that has kept me really busy, on top of me doing my kind of day-to-day work, my training and coaching work. So that's a couple of things. And like I said at the beginning of this vlog, I will put in, probably right now, a couple of videos, images and things that I have been up to this year so far. And then I will come back and I'll tell you the most exciting update. So enjoy. In December, we spent my birthday in Buxton, went to this Greek restaurant, I started with hummus, then goulash for main, and of course dessert. Then January hit, and on my very first group walk of the year, it literally started snowing as I left the house. And Crewe Park just looked completely covered in snow in minutes, but very beautiful. We even had this little friendly squirrel come right up to us, who was completely fearless and a little bit cheeky. Couldn't believe how tame he was. And then we continued with our walk, and it was nice to have a chat and talk about Christmas. Then I went on another walk the next day and saw this beautiful full moon by the canal. The second walk with my walking group, and yet more snow. Still, somehow, 30 of us turned up, just walking through it all together. Snow everywhere at this aqueduct marina. Again, enjoyed a beautiful walk, beautiful views, and of course coffee after. Meanwhile, Hugo was at home absolutely going crazy in the garden in the snow. He absolutely loves it when it snows. He gets really excited. The next day we were straight back out again, walking the canal in the snow. And here's Mark and Hugo with the snow covered all along the canal, and me just wrapped up trying to stay warm. I also came across these snowmen that people had made and thought they were really cute, so just had to take a video of them with the sun shining in the background. And then the best part, coffee to warm up. And then we walked home, tired but kind of happy. We also headed into Shrewsbury for a little day trip, and obviously stopped for another coffee. We also saw the statue of Charles Darwin and a bit of information about him being born there, which is quite amazing when you read the importance that Shrewsbury has to Charles Darwin. And you can see it here on this board, this information board that's outside the library. So he was actually born on the 12th of February 1809 at Mount House, and studied in this library in this building behind. You can see you can actually go in there, but we didn't. We had a little bit of a mooch around, having a look at all the Tudor style buildings that are everywhere, that you look in Shrewsbury, similar to Nantwich where we live, but a little bit on a bigger scale. I also loved this stained glass window outside of this house, so had to take a little video of that as well. As you can see there, beautiful stained glass windows. We spotted this place called the Moose, which looked really cool and does raclette and hot dogs, but we didn't go in this time. We decided to take a walk past the church and go into one of our favourites, which is the Henry Tudor Inn, which is in the middle of town. It's a Jules Brewery tap house, and it's got some quirky little things inside in terms of the decor, including a George Michael picture where he's actually wearing Tudor style clothing, so I thought I'd do a little video of that. We then moved into another bar, and I had Dam Lemon, which I think is part of Estrella. Very refreshing, really like that. Then I switched things up in the next bar and went for a Recorderly because I just never seem to stick to one drink. And then we finished our day trip in one of our favourite wine bars called Glue Glue, which isn't far from the train station, so we always like to finish things off in there. And that was our little Shrewsbury trip done. And then back home, I think this might have been the next day, we did another canal walk, and we just love the canal because it's literally 2 minutes from our doorstep. And then I did a big walk with my walking group, which was from Nantwich Marina all the way to Audlem to a pub called the Shropshire Flight, and honestly it was so muddy. As you can see here, we were struggling to walk along the towpath, but we didn't let it stop us. It rained literally all the way there as well, but you know, there's no such thing as bad clothing. There's There's no such thing as bad weather, only bad clothing. But you can see we went through the canal locks and enjoyed the scenery as much as the weather wasn't great, and here we are really supporting each other along that towpath, making sure that nobody falls in the canal, because I definitely didn't want to have that on my conscience. Thank you very much. So it's just over 6 miles to the Shroppie Fly, and we walked back again. So this walk is no mean feat, let me tell you, especially in the rain and the mud, but we did it. We got there. You can see us kind of arriving here in Audland. We're nearly there at this point. A few more locks to walk past, and then we finally get to the Shroppie Fly. And you can see a little sign outside as well, a little welcome to Audland sign, and we did feel very welcome when we went into the pub. Now, talking about inside the pub and the name the Shroppie Fly, you can see in a second that the bar was actually made from an old barge called the Shroppie Fly, which I just found was really cool. You can see that's the end of the barge there, and that's why the pub's called the Shroppie Fly. So yes, I had a cruise camper, which was well deserved, but bear in mind we're only halfway through. So, if work and launching a brand new podcast has not kept me busy enough, this one is a biggie. I hope you're sitting down. I am. A very nice chair in my hotel room. Maybe have a gulp of your drink that hopefully you're joining me with. So, at the beginning of the year, Mark and I decided that we'd had enough waiting. We needed to speed things up a little bit with our goals and dreams of what we wanted to do. And so we went all in gung-ho in getting the house ready to put on the market. So if anyone's ever sold a house, you will know what that entails in terms of, you want to get the best possible price for your house. So you want to make sure it's in tip-top condition. Obviously, this time of year, or if we're talking kind of a month or so ago, not the best time of year for your garden to be looking amazing. And so, they do get neglected a little bit in the winter because you're not spending time in it. And there were certain things that we wanted to do with the house. Now, our house is only 10 years old this August. So when I say things that we wanted to do, it's more cosmetic stuff. It's more just making sure that when people walk in, it's nice and kind of set up to look like you feel you can live in it. So taking away some of our personal items and doing some decluttering. It is surprising how much we have accumulated in 10 years. So a lot of decluttering went on, a lot of painting, kind of liquor paint here or there, and a lot of cleaning and a lot of buying flowers to get those ready to get the house set up ready to come and first of all have it valued, which we did, and then to get the photographs taken to get it on the market. So we got it on the market, and the estate agent that came round, he was just like how impressed he was with the house. But you're one of them like, oh, do you say that to all the people? But he said, it's immaculate, it's like showroom quality, and I think it's going to sell quickly. And we told him, which I've not really said yet, but we told him what our plans were and why we were selling the house. And he said, I hope you're ready to move quickly because this is going to get a lot of interest. So we had only 5 viewings, and within the first week, we'd already had a couple of offers. Within less than a week, actually, we'd had a couple of offers. So we were really excited about that. At the time, they were a little bit too low than what we wanted to accept, but we managed to get something that we were happy for in probably just over a week. One of the people that put the offer in the first week came back with a higher offer and we accepted. So the house now has a sold sign. I'll try and put it up there if I can. The house now has a sold sign outside. And we're now in the process of obviously sorting all the paperwork with the solicitors. Our buyer doesn't have a chain and we don't have a chain. Now, why don't we have a chain, I hear you ask? Because we are going to do something very exciting, something we've been talking about, thinking about, wanting to do for such a long time. We are going to get a motorhome and we're going to do full-time. I was going to say van life, but full-time motorhome life. But you know, it's still van life, isn't it? So full-time van life, we're gonna go for it. And we are so ready for it. We want this so much, and just know we're gonna have an amazing adventure. And we know it's gonna be amazing for our quality of life, for our well-being, for us to have experiences in life. You know, life is too short, and life is definitely too short for us to keep on talking about it and watching everyone else with a YouTube channel that's doing van life. There's only so many channels you can follow and so many times you can watch people doing van life before you go, I think this is probably telling us that we should be doing this as well. So yeah, that is the plan. Work is going to remain the same in terms of what we do in the business, because Mark and I both work in the business that we have. Mark kind of does the operations and design work and stuff behind the scenes, and I deliver the training and the coaching. So we can still do that. You know, we are filled with so much gratitude knowing that we're so lucky and able to do this, because we don't have to go to a set place of work every day, and that we can do this, because if I'm virtual, as long as I've got Wi-Fi, I can work from anywhere. And when I'm doing the in-person training, we can either travel to that in the motorhome, to the venue, or wherever the motorhome may be, I can get a train from wherever we are to wherever I'm delivering the training and then come back again. And even if we're abroad and I've maybe got 2 or 3 days in-person training in, I can get a flight over, leave Mark and Hugo out there with the motorhome and then fly back. So, you know, that is the plan. It's very doable. You know, basically the business is running exactly the same. So yeah, I just, you know, like I said, won't be doing it from a house. It'll be the same. But what it also does is it takes the pressure off a little bit, that because our outgoings are going to dramatically change, I won't need to do as much of it, and I can spend some of that time enjoying the travel, slow travel, that's what it's all about, and enjoying the scenery and enjoying the places where we are, and hopefully filming a lot of that and uploading it to this YouTube channel. So I hope you're excited for us as we are. I have had such an influx of well wishes, of people that we've told. Everyone is really kind of behind us and understands our reasons for doing it, and everyone's been so well receptive of it, received it well. So yeah, it's the thing is, before getting excited about it, we've still got some hard work to do, because we've got the house to empty. We're going to sell a lot of things that we own. We'll probably get some small storage and keep some of the things that we want to keep in there, but we are getting rid of a lot of stuff. So I'm already sick of the sight of Vinted. We're selling a lot of things on there. Started to sell a couple of things on Facebook Marketplace, but there'll be a lot more things going on there. We've got 3 cars at the moment, don't ask, but we're going to sell 2 of the cars. So yeah, lots of work to be done in the next, I would say, 10 weeks, because they said probably about 12 weeks it'll take to go through, which apparently is pretty quick because we've both not got a chain. It could take a little bit less than that. I'm just waiting to hear from the solicitors on a suggested completion date, so we should hopefully hear about that soon, so we can start to make some more secure plans. We've got to buy a motorhome, so lots of things to be done. So I want to take you along for the ride. I'm going to start a journal as well, because I think it'd be really good to capture in writing what we are experiencing. And hopefully you are willing to join us for the ride, join our journey, watch our vlogs. I'm going to try and get these done weekly again and back into the routine of that, so that when we're full-time doing the van life, we can start to post more and actually show you where we are roaming. So at the moment, next few weeks, as I said, maybe not so much roaming, but we'll take you with us on our journey of packing everything up, selling pretty much everything we own, and doing van life and traveling. We've not got any set plans yet of where we're going to go first. We are, I think, to start with, making up as we go along, but that is the whole point of slow travel, isn't it? Because, you know, if you've got 2 or 3 weeks off work and you're going traveling, you want a set itinerary because you want to make sure you see the places you want to see. We've got an infinite amount of time, and so we are just gonna, I think, probably head north, because we love Scotland. Head north to start with, but slowly, so may do a little bit in the lakes. We do also love North Wales and Anglesey in particular. We love the Peak District, and then at some point we'll start heading south and look at starting to go over to Europe. I think it makes sense to get used to the motorhome in a country that we're used to, the side of the road that we're used to driving on. I mean, having said that, Mark's going to be doing most of the driving. I'm going to have a go, but a bit nervous about driving a motorhome, but Mark will be fine. So that is the plan. So cheers everyone. Here's to the start of a very exciting journey for us. For me, Mark and Hugo. Obviously Hugo's going to be along for the ride. So yeah, bottoms up. Cheers guys. So for now, the best thing that you can do to support us along this journey, if you haven't already, is to subscribe to the channel, to like this video and share it with anyone who you think might be interested in joining us for what's going to be a very exciting adventure. So you know what to do. Subscribe, like and share. Follow us for this journey, and I'll be back very soon with another vlog, giving you another update. Probably going to be a packing one, let's face it, but I will definitely be sharing with you some of what we're doing over the next few weeks. Hopefully I'll get to squeeze in a few walks as well, and I'll do some vlogging of that. But for now, I'm going to love you and leave you with that exciting update, and I promise you I won't leave it as long next time. Bye for now.